Boom, let's go, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve, with our mascot, Q. Yeah, settle in there, Q. I don't know how much you can see him. I'm gonna have to work on getting a better setup to where you can see him a little better. But he's still getting acquainted, but he's done good today. I worked most of the day and came home. Found out he had his treat that he got for playing a little bit the other day. And we'll see how he does here. Wanna say hi, Q? We say hi? Can you see the camera? Look, I'm gonna hold you up. Say hi, Q. It's Q, the bourbon mascot here on Bourbon Quest. Yeah. You're doing good, buddy. Alright, so tonight we're gonna do a little head-to-head. I'm not doing it blind, but I think literally the last video I did was on this Heaven Hill bottled and bond that I got a few weeks ago, and then someone left a comment wanting me to compare it to Early Times bottled and bond, and I've been wanting to do an Early Times. I was like, well, sure, I'll honor their request and give them my opinion on comparison between these two. The Heaven Hill bottled and bond, and then which was the last video I did on that. But tonight we're going to feature the Early Times bottled and bond, which I've never had. I've had this bottle for a while. I know a lot of other YouTube channels and stuff rank it as a great value, a gem out there. I know there's been some controversy since Sazerac took it over. If it's changed or whatever, I don't know, because this will be the first time that I've had it. But let's take a closer look here. This is the Early Times bottled and bond. So like I said, one of my subscribers wanted me to compare them, so that's what we're going to do. So again, this will be my first time having the Early Times bottled and bond. Obviously 100 proof, established 1860, old style Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Let's see. Do I have a magnifying glass? Early Times bottled and bond, our tribute to historic bourbon whiskey making, honors the quality standards set forth by the U.S. Bottled and Bond Act of 1897. This act requires the whiskey to be the product of one distiller that is distilled in one American distillery during one distillery season. The whiskey must be aged for at least 4 years under government supervision in secured federal buildings and bottled at 100 proof. Alright, well, simple enough. So this is going to be a I don't know if it's a fresh corking or a fresh twisting. It looks like it's a twist top, but we'll find out. I think it's a twist top. Maybe not. Yeah, it's a twist top. So, yeah, fresh pour. Early Times bottled and bond. Oh, so it is a fresh bottle. I'm done twisting, if you will. So we'll do a little 2-ounce pour into the infinity bottle here. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm filming this Sunday. It'll go up on Monday. But everybody been enjoying NFL football? I have to tell you, like I said, I work a lot, so I don't get to watch a lot of football, but I get to watch a little bit more college than pro, because I'm at the liquor store on Sundays, but I'm at the Outback on Saturdays, so we had the TVs on and stuff, so I'm usually able to watch a lot more college football than pro football. But I have to say, I'm really pleasantly surprised with what's going on with my Dallas Cowboys. We'll see what happens. I'm sure Jerry Jones will find some way to fuck it up. But, you know, Rush is doing a great job for the Cowboys, which is creating a little controversy about, do you stick with the hot hand that's getting you there, or the one you've invested, a franchise tag basically on with Dak Prescott once he's healthy enough to come back? That's going to be interesting. I mean, that's a tough call. I mean, if it were a high school or college, you stick with the hot hand, the one that's won the last 4 ball games. But in the professionals, when you've got millions of dollars tied up in a franchise quarterback, once he's healthy, it's hard to sit him, even if the other guy's performing at a superior level. I don't know. That's a tough call. All right, so let's go ahead and pour the Heaven Hill bottled and bond. All right, I'm gonna start off actually with the Heaven Hill, just because I have had it before. I've not had the early times before. Yeah. What's up, Q? You're doing all right, buddy. You're good. All right, so man, I really liked this Heaven Hill. I get more of that cherry, tons of cherry, a little bit of orange, and then vanilla caramel. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, tons of cherry on that front, and then the vanilla and caramel come to the mid, to the back. It's excellent. You can go back and watch the last video I did on it. It's solid. It's really good. I would definitely buy another bottle at $60 or less. I would not pay more than $60 for it. It's solid. It's good, but it's not complex or extraordinary or anything. So, anyways, remember, stay hydrated, my friends. What up, Q? What up, buddy? Alright, so let's go into this early times, because I've never had this before. Or at least not the bottled and bond. Back in college, I used to drink early times because, just the regular cheap shit, because it was on the cheap and good. So, again, the nose is really good on this. It's the Heaven Hill comes off more cherry forward. This comes off a little bit more orange forward. Yeah, I get that orange, and then the cherry, and the vanilla and caramel. I don't know. They're right both on proof, on the bottled and bond 100 proof. They're right on. I was trying to figure out which has got more oak. I think the early times has more oak. They're close though, but I think the early times is a little bit more oakier. Alright, let's go in for the palate. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. No. That comes off. You get that oak right up front, and then that orange, cherry, and then vanilla and caramel. Man, they're both really good, and they're different. I mean, the thing about this early times is the first thing I get is all that oakiness. All right, I'm gonna take a little more water and go back to it. Where are you going, Q? Come back here, buddy. Come back here. Yeah. Alright, let's go back. Another second sip. This is good. I got tons of oakiness on the front. Yeah, I get that oak and then that cherry and that vanilla and caramel. I'm going to say a little bit too much oakiness for my palate. While it's good and I can appreciate it, and like I said, I know a lot of YouTubers on bourbon have compared the old early times bottled bond to the new, and I think the majority of them have preferred the older version, and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this is the newer version. Um, yeah, it's all right. Um, Now, if you like tons of oak, for I'm assuming this is probably right at 4, no more than 5 years. It drinks a lot more oakier than that. A little bit outside of my palate profile. While I can appreciate it, it's not something that I don't think I would buy this again. The early times. Um, which is a shame because I think I bought this on other YouTubers' recommendations, but I think most of those were on the older version before Sazerac took it over, and then there was a thought that it would just, once Sazerac bought early times, that it would just go away. But I don't guess it's going away, but and I can't compare it to the older version, but yeah, this is. I'm gonna take another sip. Yeah, it's decent. It's solid. It's a little oakier than for my profile. That's probably one I would not buy again. There's tons of, or well, I won't say tons, but there's a half dozen to a dozen better bottled and bonds than that, in my opinion. Um, Chattanooga bottled and bond, hell, Jack Daniels bottled and bond. Uh, I'm There's a lot out there. Um, that's another show idea I gotta do, is do a blind of, I don't know, 6 to 8 bottled and bonds that I have or already have open. I'm sure I have that. But let's go back to the Heaven Hill. Yeah, that's much more on point, and I would choose the Heaven Hill bottled and bond all day long over the early times. Um, but yeah, let me know what your comments are, especially if you've had pre-Sazerac versus post-Sazerac. I'm 95% sure the one I have is post-Sazerac. Um, I won't buy it again. I would buy the Heaven Hill again at $60 or less. I wouldn't buy the early times again for any amount of money, just because I know worst to worst I can get a Evan Williams bottled and bond for what, $15. Um, but no, let me know what you think, especially if you've had both pre-Sazerac or post-Sazerac early times, and then if you've had the Heaven Hill. But yeah, I would choose the Heaven Hill over the early times all day long. Um, Now, pre-Sazerac early times, I can't speak on that because I never got to experience that. What? You like that? You let me pet in your nose? Let me pour you a little whiskey on my nose. See if you'd like it. Just gonna put it on my finger. You don't like it, do you? Alright. So, yeah, Heaven Hill all day long. I think the early times, yeah, I'm going to give a thumbs down. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, and I wish I had pre-Sazerac comparison. Um, yeah, I won't buy the early times again. I will buy the Heaven Hill again. But we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Remember, stay hydrated, my friends. And if you haven't done so already, hey, help a brother out. Hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out, and then help yourself out by ringing that bell for notifications. That does you a favor, so you don't miss a damn thing here on Bourbon Quest, especially as Q becomes more and more of a star. And we'll continue to bring you great content. And like I said, always smash that like button if you like the content I'm bringing you and the work that I give you. Smash that like button. It helps get it out to more people. More people get in tune. We can bring you better stuff. Blah blah blah. And then, like I said, leave a comment, because one of the members left a comment after I did this Heaven Hill, wanted me to compare it to the early times, and I didn't want to do the early times, so hey, kill two birds with one stone. I was wanting to do it anyways. He wanted to see it compared to Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill's the winner. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this early times. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I don't think you'll be completely disappointed if you buy it, but when you compare it to other bottle bonds, I think it's on the inferior list. Unfortunate. What up, Q? Doing alright? Alright, so we'll wrap it up. Heaven Hill's a definite winner. I love the Heaven Hill. Yeah, the early times. Yeah, I think it's a pass. Oh. Yeah, that Heaven Hill's pretty freaking awesome. What up, Q? Alright, I'm going to wrap it up, say goodnight. But remember, my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. That's a wrap, Q. Stay right there. I'm just going to go turn off the camera. I'll be right back. Good night! Ha ha!